Hello everyone and welcome to another Zeepkist Cup of the Day. For those of you who don't know how this works, this is a tournament where we get 10 minutes to practice a map we have never seen before, and then we all have 2-minute elimination rounds where the slowest players get eliminated. Today's map is made by AndMe 34. That's a bit of an upgrade in AndMe's number. Of course it is Cup of the Day 34. I was honestly wondering what number AndMe would have on his name. And apparently he's gone all in. Right off the bat, looks exactly like an AndMe map. More monochromatic than a lot of the ZSL levels. Very low speed, which is unusual for AndMe. I'm used to being 200 speed all the time. It's probably a me problem that's the slow speed because everybody else is passing me. Oh no, it's outer tube. Okay, the line is good at least. Alright. Solid first time. Only myself and Quick Racer have a time so far, so I guess that's good. Doesn't hurt to photo mode once early on. This is an interesting transition. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything particularly tricky about this map other than the fact that the map itself is not the easiest. Keeping speed here is going to be such a big deal. Oh. I kind of got baited by a line, I think. Keeping speed at the beginning is going to be such a big deal on this map because of the long uphill right here. So every single bit of speed you have is going to turn into so much time saved. Like that. Up 10 speed, almost 2 seconds green. Such a weird turn. Expecting that to be really high speed, and then it's not. Okay, I've gotten that clean the first 2 times through. Alright. I like it, I like it. I think I can do well here. .107 speed, remember that. Ooh, I think I outsped the booster. So that is an insurance booster. Very even compared to my last run. I think you want to go tighter on that tube than I did. Oh, I'm up 5 speed though, huh? I'm definitely going to crash on that transition in elimination rounds. Apparently that's 3rd place. I'm a little surprised. I don't feel like I'm having the best times, but I guess because it's such a slow track, it's a little deceptive. Interestingly, the people ahead of me are not the usual subjects. Round and Kern Cobb, Mackie. Not entirely sure who's in this lobby. I'll check after this round. Okay, I want to try steering more in this tube, like this. Should save some time, but I don't know what it does to speed. That seems to be fine. Okay, there's the crash I was waiting for. Lindsay in the lobby is unusual. She's very fast. Round down in 10th. Kern Cobb is here. Hydro. Actually, a lot of the multi-time winners are not in the lobby right now. I think it's Round and Kerncobb. Quaggy in the lobby as well has been very fast the last few Cup of the Days. I like this track. It's a little weird to drive. It takes some learning to understand just what's happening. But it's a pretty fun track. That transition is going to doom me in rounds. Trying to land as high as possible on that first landing so that I get as much speed build up from the downhill as possible. Ooh, kind of overshot that jump though. See what my speed is here. 148 plus 1. That's fine. It's so strange to play an AndMe map that's not full speed. Like, this is still totally his style. I'm just used to being at this speed, you know, the entire map. Anyway, that's third fastest. Round finds his way to the top of the leaderboard. Ah, that's nice. 108 speed, that's probably what I'm shooting for. Probably a spot worth resetting early if you do not have good speed, because like I said, every little bit of speed counts in those slow sections of the map. Only 107 that time. Let's see what that does to my times. Wondering if, like, braking a little bit for less airtime there is going to be beneficial. And I'm still unsure about that tube section. Oh, I need to get a better setup for that as well, so just that it's more consistent. Only 106, I knew that was a bad landing. I'm gonna try a little something here. Well, that was too much. That might just not be worth it. Round shatters AT with the 45.0. Yeah, there's not a lot of airtime to be reduced there. Probably not worth braking, it's just risky. Okay, this corner is a strange one. If I stay more outside... Outside is probably the way to go. Maybe I should check steering limits as well. So already only 1 minute left in the warm-up round, though. I'm a second off the pace of round, but pretty far ahead of everybody else. Somehow 4th place. I don't usually do well in the warm-ups. It takes me a little more than 10 minutes to dial into a track, I think. Bad speed, but I'm more interested in testing the end, so I'll continue through with this run. Okay, that was as low as you can do that jump. Gives me 1 speed, but probably doesn't matter. It's not worth braking. I want to see what happens if I do, like, hit 60% full steer. Okay, no, that's too much. Oh, I got an achievement. Haha. Mackie has joined at the last second to come in here with no practice and absolutely destroy everybody. Mackie, I'm here for 49th. Okay, bye. I don't think he's gonna show up on the leaderboard, so unfortunately, Mackie, you're not gonna get the worst. Alright, anyway, elimination rounds. Let's go. Round 6/10 in the lead over Lindsay and Renergy. Okay, this may be the first round. We did have a round 0. I will be cutting that from the video. So this is round 1. We had a lot of DNFs in round 0. So some of those guys getting a bit of a second chance. Oh, man. .107 speed is nice. It's a little dependent on where you are on the track piece as well. It's so strange how slow this track is at some spots. Follow the line. 46.3, I'll take it for now. I would like to get well into the 45s, where Round has been all by himself up there. .109 speed, but I was lower on the track that time. I think that's fairly similar speed to what I had last time in reality. Puts me +1 speed. Still not sure what to do about that tube. It's so slow, I think shortest route possible is probably just the way to go. There's the crash I was expecting. -146 speed. Apparently I didn't have enough time anyway, so. 9th place in the first round. Whole bunch of DNFs. Including Hydro and Froggy, who are out. 19 players eliminated. I think that's partially due to this is a slightly larger lobby than we usually have, and partially due to the fact that some people might have been confused by the round 0 effectively that we had. Okay, I went a little bit high there, which should be more speed, but I actually decided that's not what I wanted to do. Guess we can compare with my next run. I actually really like that transition, even though it's a little bit scary in 2-minute rounds. But it's a real fun little chicane there. A lot of good players eliminated, or I don't know if a lot of good players, but a couple of very strong players eliminated in the first round. I already felt pretty comfortable on this track up until probably around top 10. But that will make me even more confident. So these first few rounds should just be survival more than anything else. I actually caught a tiny bit of airtime. -1 speed, up a little time. I'm not sure the line on that that half pipe really matters all that much. 46 flat. Lindsay in first place. Round and Kern Cobb second and third. Only 2 DNFs. Only 1 DNF actually, and Butter left the game. I don't know if that was off of a DNF or not. So a lot of DNFs in the first round, but I think that might be about it. Should have just about everybody finishing from here on out. .107 speed. I was kind of expecting 108 there. That was a nice landing, though. When you have a lot of speed, you kind of over-jump that. I'm trying to stop that from happening a bit. That section's kind of scary with the spikes coming up. Probably did not need the arms up there. I was afraid I was crashing. Oh, ho, ho. Okay. We're fine, we're fine. 46-1 still. That's not good. I do think this first jump is probably the most important of the entire run, which means you get a couple chances to reset there. Otherwise, it takes so long to get up to like the top of this hill that you don't actually have a ton of time to reset with 2 runs of 46 seconds. I might turn on players next round just to see what some of the top guys are doing through that upside down tube section. Cleaner ending this time, please. I'm very bad at outer tubes, but the line is helpful. Sub 46. What is my PB? It's that. So still improving, which is a good sign. I've definitely had cups in the past where I've hit my peak in round 1 or 2 and then have been unable to match that. So far so good. Round in first, Lighter in second, Kern Cobb third. I think Round and Kern Cobb are pretty consistent up there. The other spots in the top 5 have been kind of turning over all over the place. It's hard to imagine anybody beating Round at this current pace, though. As we are now into the top 20, I'll probably be 2 more rounds of 4 eliminations. Oh, that was a nice landing. 109, low on the track piece. What if I go a little bit to the side here? Just trying to figure out how to reduce airtime. That part is so weird to drive. I haven't crashed there yet, but like with the spikes on the edges of the road and it being such a strange angle, both to drive and for the camera. Always scares me going through there, even though I haven't had a problem with it yet. Another personal best only puts me 8th place. High jump, but early landing. Tagged the edge a little bit. 107's okay. It's so weird what the lines are on this track because it's such slow speed that I'm not sure if setting up differently for corners is actually going to hurt me because of how much longer it takes to set up at slow speeds. Oh, that's interesting. 10th place at the moment. I am dropping back a little from where I was in warm-ups. But I am still improving every round so far. 1 DNF at the moment, 0 DNFs this round. 46.5 is the cutoff, 2 thousandths between 16th and 17th for the elimination. Round once again in the lead, Lindsay into the .1s. Be interesting to see how fast they get by the end. Round for how consistent he is. Whoever finishes second hasn't tended to be that far off of him in the elimination rounds. Very high jump that time. 109 speed, so that was actually good. So slow at the top. Keep forgetting to turn players on to see people's lines. 148's alright. Caught a little bit of airtime the last 2 runs there. Ugh. 46.1. Not that great, but currently 7th. Bit of a lower jump that time. Clean landing, still 109 speed, so I'll take this run. You do have time to reset once over that jump. A little bit down, but I think I can have a cleaner ending as well. Yeah, a lot cleaner. Stay on the line. Okay, good. New personal best. Again, 3 rounds in a row. Still puts me only 7th. Gonna turn players on now before I forget. This is quite a stacked lobby, as Quick Racer is saying in chat. It's not the usual people at the top, but there are still a lot of very fast drivers, even those who haven't won any. Quick Racer, Lindsay, Saint Nick, Renergy, Zeklord. A lot of good people at the top. I do have players on, so I'm just ahead of people right now. 107 speed, but I think that's fine because of how high I was on the road piece. Let's see. 148, so that's my usual. A bit cleaner that time. I've got somebody catching me. Quick Racer. Current comp takes 45-0. I'm currently 8th, which is pretty close to elimination, actually. Okay, interesting. I'm seeing a little bit of a different line from round. He stays very far to the right. As does current. Okay, I'm going to try that. I see what they're doing. It was sort of what I was talking about with the wanting to set up at the correct spots. So they stay very far to the right, minimizing airtime, and then they cut to the left here at the end. Same thing, minimizing airtime. I was curious if that was the way to go, but it just felt like it takes a long time, and it's +2 speed, so that is the way to go. Still +1 speed, up 1/10. Little iffy on the final transition. Slight improvement, and I think personal best that I didn't get onto GTR. Yeah, correct. Last and Ronin eliminated as we get into the top 10s. 2 eliminations per round. That battle for first is a bit more contested than I thought it was going to be coming out of the warm-ups, where it was just round way ahead of the rest. Or high jump. I'm just gonna say no already. $109. Oh, actually, they're staying to the right here because I think it's a lower spot of the track, so you're actually keeping more speed that entire uphill. It seems a little counterintuitive because I think it's a touch longer, the route, but it is more speed just all the way through it. And then you get the setup for the drop down. Little bit of smoke. Kern Cobb again at the top. So he seems to have figured out this track. As there's a GTR best, but not the .60 I had last round. Lindsay's quite consistent at the top as well. Round no longer the go-to favorite, it seems like. Could be anybody. Oops, clipped a little bit. So Owl left the game. And he is still in. So that's one person. who's going to be out. We'll keep an eye on Ajax, see what he's doing. Quick Racer and Ajax behind me. Ajax has been in the 46s and I think has gotten a little bit lucky with other drivers being slower than him. I am getting quite close to elimination. The people ahead of me have been consistently ahead of me. Ajax and Owl out in 9th and 10th. I've been sitting around 7th, 8th this whole time, so this next round is probably my time to go. Bit of a high jump, but decent speed. That was pretty good. I think this is the best I've done the start so far. 150 speed matches my personal best there. A little bit of airtime, but not bad. Bit more airtime than I'd like there, but overall pretty solid run. And good sticking to the line at the end. Personal best, 0.591. Puts me effectively out because Lindsay's been faster this whole time, so still somehow need to improve on that. That's not going to be it. I think a lot of people may have put in personal best this round, which is unfortunate for me. 110 speed, though, that's a new personal best. Gives me a lot of airtime there, though. I don't know about that. Down 3 speed, up time, hoo boy. And I am out now. Yeah, I'm very much out, I believe. And a bad ending. Yep, so even on a personal best, I am out. Lindsay just barely gets by me. Quick Racer. Oh, apparently was confused that he was still in. So unfortunate DNF for Quick Racer. Round and Kern the top two. Round has 6 wins in Cup of the Day. Kern has 4 or 5. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think 5. So Round is going a little bit more to the left and actually might be picking up time. Kern and Lindsay going very extreme for that right side setup into the jump. And a few resets. So that's going to be close to get 2 runs for those who reset. Lindsay a little bit wider. The other 3 here going for the lower line through the tube that I was considering but was unsure about. And I think, I don't know, everybody's taking such different lines here. It seems to be Lindsay pulling ahead, so I think the high line in the tube might have been helping. And that is Kern, Cobb, St. Nicholas, and Lindsay with times for energy with a reset right around where the rest of them are. And trying to find Round, who is coming to the end. Reset early on the big jump. Should have just enough time for 2 runs. Sticks to the line pretty well and goes to first place. Zeklord has just reset, so it's going to be tight. It is 1 elimination, so if Zeklord does not get a time, or if Renergy does not get a time, they will be out, and everybody else will be safe. Keeping an eye on both of them here is this big group of people coming to the finish now. Renergy looking pretty quick as he comes to the end. As we go over to Zeklord, Renergy, however, is the slowest with the 45.6. It'll be either Zeklord or Renergy out as Zeklord comes in for the snipe at the end. Sticks to the line, does not get the snipe, so Zeklord is out in 6th place in a much slower round than the one I was just eliminated in. Sometimes you just get unlucky like that, though. Wow, big car. So round with a 45.116. World record is a 44.9 by Kern Cobb, ahead of Round, who has also been in the 44s. The times at the top have not really dropped over the course of this cup. They've been pretty consistent in those low 45s. So we see again Lindsay and Kern going for the far right side setup. This will be interesting now as we all have all 5 remaining players still on their first runs. Looks like Lindsay and Renergy go a little bit higher on the tube, the other 3 going for the inside line. Kern and Round do have the fastest times, which makes me think maybe the inside line has been working better for them. I'm not sure I'm seeing it, but they are catching Lindsay at the end as they come in upside down to the finish. And St. Nicholas currently out with the 45.577. Renergy just ahead with a 0.55. The other 3, honestly, probably feeling safe at the moment as Renergy and Lindsay and Kern Cobb all go for a reset, and St. Nicholas. Yeah, here we go. We've got pretty much everybody at the back, and Renergy might have to go for another reset, and St. Nicholas does as well. Yeah, St. Nicholas is out. Reset too late. I think Renergy might have as well. They've been really close. Pushing the limits a bit too far, perhaps. Trying to get every 100th of a second that they need, as it is 200ths between 4th and 5th for the elimination spot, and it is 100th between 1st and 2nd between Kern Cobb and Round. Let's see if Renergy is going to improve that time. He was very close on the last reset. Lindsay improves to a 45.0, so Lindsay's very much in this as well, as Renergy probably not improving on that jump. Yeah, just did not have enough time. Hey look, it's me, giant car. Top 4 now, Kern Cobb and Round, multiple time Cup of the Day winners. Lindsay and Renergy have not won a single Cup of the Day, which puts them on par with just about everybody else, because people like Kern and Round hog all the Cup of the Day wins, and that was an early reset from Kern Cobb. We've got Round and Lindsay at the front, I believe the only 2 on their initial runs. Lindsay still going for the wider line, so Round gains a little bit of time. I think Lindsay should gain a little bit of speed from that. We'll see if it evens out towards the end. Lindsay is a very fast driver, of course, just has not been too many Cup of the Days. I would not be surprised to see if she is the next to get a Cup of the Day win. Of course, you're fighting against Round with the 44.9, though, and that's going to be tough to beat. Renergy with the 45.7 is going to need to improve that as we watch Kern Cobb. Has been consistently around the top 2 with Round. Going for his 6th Cup of the Day win, which would tie Round if he gets it. Round going for 7. Let's just take a look at where some other people are. Renergy, definitely the one in trouble here as Kern Cobb comes to the line with a 45.2. Renergy resets, so Renergy is out. 45.7. Again, slower than the time I was eliminated with. But, you know, whatever. That's how Cup of the Day works sometimes. Round with a world record 44.893. All 3 of these in the podium places have been pretty consistent up at the top, and their times really are just a notch above the rest. Let's see who comes out on top. We've got 2 multiple-time Cup of the Day winners, 1 yet to win a Cup of the Day, but very fast driver. All 3 of these guys been trading the top 3 places in the recent rounds as Round crashes on the initial jump. Lindsay and Kern Cobb still going. Lindsay goes for a reset. Kern Cobb, let's see how he gets this jump. Looks pretty good. Round and Lindsay looking like they got pretty good landings as well. Let's go to Kornkop, who has reset, actually, so apparently not liking something about the run, perhaps crashed later on or just had a bit of an issue. Really need to push for every 100th of a second in these last couple of rounds here, because like I said, all three of these guys have been very close the entire cup, especially in these last few rounds, trading who has been in the lead. All three of these guys, I think, have a good chance to win, but you do have to push for every little bit, because it's been very close so far. Round resets late in the run. Lindsay with a 45.2. We know both Round and Kornkop can beat that time. Both of them pretty early in their runs. So this will be round resets. This is the last run from Round. Going for a big snipe as Kornkop enters the tube section. We go back to Round to see how he does this crucial beginning of the map. Only 107 speed at that checkpoint. I don't think this is a great run so far, but it's going to be down to what the rest of this run looks like, and potentially if Kornkop sets a time. Coming into the end now. Kornkop goes fastest by 100th over Lindsay. Can Round go for the snipe? I have to say, it hasn't been a super inspiring run thus far, but we haven't seen all of it, and it's difficult to judge in photo mode. Round, does he get the snipe? Does he knock Lindsay out of the Cup of the Day finals? He does not. It is a 0.5, a slow run as I suspected. Round is out, will not be going for his 7th Cup of the Day win. Instead, it's Kornkop going for 6, or Lindsay going for her first. Just 200th separate them in the penultimate round of Cup of the Day. We know both of them can go faster than that, but how much are they willing to risk it? Kornkop jumps, I think, a tiny bit higher, but fairly even on landings. These are the two that have been going for this right side line as well to the extreme. Both cutting in. Kornkop again a little bit more airtime. Lindsay pulling ahead a little bit. Kornkop catches up with the low line, but Lindsay, I expect, would have more speed coming out of it. Kornkop again going lower, trying to maximize the speed he can get, but we do see Lindsay starting to pull away a little bit. Kornkop catches again, but gets a bit of airtime there, and that's probably going to ruin this run. It's still very close, though, as they come to the line, and Kornkop takes the lead. I think Lindsay a little bit shaky on the second half of that run. Not sure how the outer tube was up to the line as well. Crucial final runs now. It's still time to reset. And Kornkop does. Let's see what Lindsay's doing. Oh boy, they're going to make it hard to spectate now. Lindsay with a pretty clean drop-off. Kornkop on the important first jump. 108, 109 speed. Let's see how he does the jump. Neither of these are even that close to personal bests for either of these players. Lindsay coming to the line now. Stick to the line in the middle of the tube. She does it well and takes the lead with a .181. Kornkop, though, looking to snipe. Does Lindsay get her first Cup of the Day, or does Kornkop add another one to the list? Has a pretty clean ending. It's been a fairly clean run. I think Kornkop to the line does not improve. Lindsay, congratulations on the first Cup of the Day win. The newest member of the Cup of the Day winners squad. And thank you all for watching this Cup of the Day. If you want to see Cup of the Day stats and results, I will link my spreadsheet in the description below. If you want to join Cup of the Day, join the CTR Discord, which I will link below. And thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.